Hi everyone. So today I am going to talk to you about the astrological wheel and the natural arrangement of the nakshatras and the signs or rasis in the sky. This is what we call the astrological wheel. So this one is actually one of the most fundamental or basic foundational knowledge in astrology. So everybody, if you want to learn astrology, the first thing you have to do is memorize the natural order of the nakshatras and which sign they come under and which graha, under which influence or graha influence they are under. So this is very important. This is foundational knowledge. And as such, as you evolve and mature into tertiary level of knowledge in astrology, you can then use the position of grahas and superimpose those positions on these nakshatras and understand what is going on and make sense out of it. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward, very simple. So as you can see, this is the first sign, Mesh or Mesha, or in English we simply say Aries. Okay, so the first nakshatra is always Ashwini. All right, this is the first nakshatra ruled by Ketu. This is the symbol or glyph of Ketu. Okay, and one other thing is Ketu is obviously the graha of beginnings or roots, or seed. Okay, everything begins with Ketu, so it's very easy to remember. Ketu's first nakshatra, Ketu is the first ruler of a certain nakshatra and it's Ashwini. All right, so put that in your mind. The next would be Bharani, which also comes under Mesh, okay, or Aries, ruled by, this is the glyph for Venus. I don't know if you can see that clearly. If it's not clear, doesn't matter, I will show you a clearer picture. So this one is Mercury. This symbol here is Mercury, and this one is Venus. So Mercury has like two horns on the head and Venus is just completely bald. That's how you differentiate them, but otherwise we will go deeper into symbolism and glyphs in other videos, but I just wanted you to, wanted to show you these wheel today. Then the next nakshatra will be Kritika or Kartige, which comes the first pada under Mesh, and the next three padas come under Taurus or Rishabham. And this is the glyph for the sun. So Kritika is ruled by the sun. Okay. The next we come to Rohini, which is in the heart of Taurus or Rishabham. And as you can see, it's it's a crescent moon. Rohini is ruled by the moon. Okay, this is very elementary. I think it's kindergarten level knowledge, but to anybody who wants to start astrology, this is very important. This is foundation, guys. Let me reiterate that this is foundation level knowledge that you need to know so that you can progress into astrology deeper, because these nakshatras keep coming and going and they are the archetypes. So you need to understand, you need to memorize the natural order of the nakshatras in the sky. This is very important, guys. So after Rohini, we come to Mrigashiram. Okay, so Mrigashiram, I think it has two padas in Taurus or Rishabham, and you can see this is the glyph for Mars. All right, Mrigashiram is ruled by Mars. Now after Mrigashiram, the nakshatra extends itself to Gemini or Miduna, and in the heart of Miduna we have Ardra, short for Ardraneshwar. Ardraneshwara is Shiv's, the abode of Shiva, right? And it's ruled by Rahu. So this is the glyph or the symbol for Rahu. This one is the glyph or symbol of Ketu. All right, so Ketu looks up, Rahu looks down. Right, it's very simple and straightforward for you to remember. The next one would be the final nakshatra of Gemini or Miduna would be Punarvasu or Punarpusam. Okay. And this is the glyph for Jupiter or Guru. Right? Very simple and straightforward. Now the final pada, or the final fraction of Punarvasu Nakshatra extends to Cancer or Kadagam. And in the heart of Kadagam we have Pusha or Pusham. And this is the glyph of Shanishwaran or Saturn. Right? So I'm sure you guys will know this is Aries, Taurus or Rishabham, Gemini or Miduna, and this one would be Cancer or Kadagam. Okay, and the final nakshatra of Kadagam would be Aslesha or Ailyam. South India and sometimes Sanskrit would differ in pronunciation and spelling. This is the glyph for Mercury. So Aslesha is ruled by Mercury. And then, okay, let's see if I can get a better one. Okay, so next from Cancer we go to Leo. Okay, this one is the glyph or symbol for Leo, and the first nakshatra in Leo, so all the way from Ashwini all the way to Aslesha is the first set of the nakshatras. So all the way from Ketu to Mercury, these are the first set. Now once we are done with Mercury, Mercury is the final nakshatra of the first set. The second set begins again with Ketu. Just like Ketu rules over Ashwini, we have Magha. It's actually Maha the Great, but because of pronunciation issues, dialect, accent, it became, because certain communities couldn't pronounce Maha, couldn't pronounce the H, so it became Makha. Magha, it became Magam. It is a nakshatra associated with royals, so it has royal association, so it has to be Maha the Great, right? So it's because of some pronunciation issues, the whole word changed. But never mind, I like to call it Maha. So it is a royal nakshatra, Maha, ruled by Ketu. So I would go more into depth with all these nakshatras when I do the nakshatra videos and talk about the nakshatra in depth separately. But today I just want to, give you a glimpse of its order and this wheel. Okay. And the next one, I don't know why it's written this, but after Maha, it's Venus Nakshatra. This one is Venus glyph symbol. It's not Puba, it is Purva Palguni or Puram in Tamil. Okay, very easy. It falls, it lies in the heart of Leo. Okay, the next one would be Uttara Palguni, or in South India they call it Uttiram, ruled by the sun. And I think it is one fraction of the nakshatra falls in Leo. The other three fractions or padas fall under Virgo. So right now from Leo we enter the domain of Kanni Rasi or Virgo. So three fractions of Uttara Palguni can be found in Kanni. In the heart of Virgo lies Hashta. In South India we call it Ashtam, ruled by the moon. Okay. Then the final two fractions of Chitra, or known in South India as Chitrai, falls in Kanni, and it extends to two fractions all the way going into Libra. This is the glyph of Libra or Tulam Rasi. Okay, so Chitra is ruled by Mars, as you can see. Okay, Okay. Next we go to, after Chitra, the next nakshatra in the order of the sky would be Swati, ruled by Rahu. Okay. And after Swati, there would be the three fractions of Vishaka, of Visagam, coming under Tulam. Okay. And it's ruled by Guru. Now, before I move on, I just want you to notice something. Punarvasu or Punarpusam, ruled by Guru, it has one fraction in a water sign as opposed to three fractions in Gemini, the air sign. So in the same vein, Vishaka, also ruled by Guru, has three fractions or three padas coming into, three parts of it coming into Tulam, and one part of it going into Scorpio or Virchiga Rasi. Okay, so all Guru Nakshatras have the same pattern. All Rahu Nakshatras come in the heart of Rasi. Okay, air sign. All Venus Nakshatras come into the heart of Leo. And then all Saturn Nakshatras come in the heart of water sign. All Rahu Nakshatras, same like in Tulam, come into Gemini air sign. Okay. All Moon Nakshatras, like Rohini here, comes under Taurus or Rishabham, which is a earth sign. So once you do more and more astrology, you study more and you observe the patterns, you will catch these patterns in your mind. All these are patterns, very similar patterns. Just the names are different and they give out different influences. But otherwise, the patterns are very similar. It's very easy. Rohini is ruled by Moon. Hashta is ruled by Moon. Both repeat themselves in only earth signs. Okay? Taurus is an earth sign. Virgo is an earth sign. Swati is ruled by Rahu. Ardra or Truvatra is ruled by Rahu. Both come under air sign. Gemini is an air sign. Tulam is an air sign. Okay? Very simple, guys. Next, we move on to Anuradha. So we have one last fraction or part of Visaga coming under Scorpio. This is the glyph of Scorpio. Let's see if I can get a better one. Okay, better here. So here, we are here. Okay. So one part of Vishaka goes into Scorpio. Three parts of Vishaka goes into Tulam. So after Vishaka, Vishaka is ruled by Guru. Okay, it's a Guru Nakshatra. All Guru Nakshatras have three parts in air sign. Just like three parts of Punarvasu falls in Gemini here. One part falls in water sign. Cancer or Kadagam is a water sign. So you see Pusha. Sorry, not Pusha. Punarvasu. Punarvasu falls in Cancer, which is a water sign. In the same vein, Vishaka, ruled by Guru, the final part falls under Scorpio. And just like I mentioned just now, all Saturn Nakshatras, Pusha here falls in water sign. Pusha or Pusam. Anuradha is ruled by Saturn, or in South Indian we call it Anusham. So you see, this is the Saturn glyph. So all Sunny Nakshatras fall in water sign. Scorpio or Virchagam is a water sign. Very easy, guys. Once you start observing the pattern, you will catch hold of it. Next, after Anuradha, we have Jeshta. In South India, we call it Ketei. And it's ruled by Mercury. So Mercury will be the Graha ruling over the final nakshatra. And all Mercury nakshatras come in water sign. I'll go deeper into all this in the next videos, more in depth. Okay. So we have finished the second set of stars. We begin with Magha nakshatra in Simham and we end with Jesta. for the second set. We begin with Ketu and we end with Mercury. Alright? And as always, for the third set of nakshatras, we begin with Ketu again. We start with Mula, or in South India we pronounce it as Moolam. And Mula or Moolam is ruled by Ketu. Okay? This is the glyph or the symbol of Sagittarius or Dhanusu Rasi. Okay? And in the heart of the fire sign, just like I mentioned to you just now, this is Leo or Simmam, another fire sign. In the heart of the fire sign comes Venus Nakshatras. So Puram is in Simha Rasi. In the same vein, you have Purvashada in Dhanusu Rasi. Okay? So as you can see, this is I can't, it's not so clear, I guess. This is the glyph of Venus. Okay. Now, obviously this one is more Sanskrit and they use this in North India, but in South Indian or Tamil, we call it Puradam. In the heart of Dhanusu or Sagittarius. Okay. And after Purvashada, the first division of the Solar Nakshatra of Uttarashada comes in Dhanusu Rasi or Sagittarius. Right, just like Kritika, Uttara Palguni. Where is Kritika? Kritika is somewhere here, right here. Just like Kritika starts off at the end of a fire sign, which is Mesha, and then extends 3 of its parts to Taurus or Rishabham, earth sign. In the same way, Uttara Palguni does that in Kani. The last part of Uttiram falls in a fire sign in Simmam, and the 3 parts goes into Virgo or Kani. And similarly, Uttarashada or Uttiradam, the first part falls in a fire sign of Sagittarius, and the final 3 parts extend to Capricorn. This is the symbol of Capricorn. I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't matter. We will go through these things more in depth in other videos. Okay, but this is, I just want you to get an idea. Right, a more macro idea of all this. So in the heart, after the 3 nakshatras, not 3 nakshatras, the 3 padas of Uttarashada, at 10 degrees we have Shravana or Thiruvonam in the south, ruled by the moon. Just like Rohini, just like Hashta, all the moon nakshatras find themselves in the heart of earth signs. Okay? After Shravana, we go to Dhanishta. The first 2 parts of Dhanishta, or in South we call it Avitam, falls in Makara Rasi. And Dhanishta or Avitam, it's ruled by Mars. Okay? As you can see, this is the glyph of Mars. And Dhanishta extends 2 of its other parts to Aquarius or Kumbha Rasi, as you can see right here. Alright? And lying in the heart of Aquarius or the air sign of Kumbham, we have another Rahu Nakshatra, which is Satabishta. Or in South we call it Sadyam. So it's ruled by Rahu. All Rahu Nakshatras come in the heart of air signs. Then finishing off Kumbham with 3 parts of Jupiter or Guru Nakshatra known as Purva Bhadrapada or known as Puratari. Okay? Very simple, guys. And the final part of Purva Bhadrapada or Puratari extends to Pisces or Meena. the final part of Guru Nakshatra always finds itself in a water sign. Now, lying in the heart of a water sign, as always, is a Shani Nakshatra or Saturn Nakshatra. Uttra Pradapada, or the southern word for it would be Uttarathadi. All 4 padas find themselves in Meena Rasi. And as always, the last of the Mohicans, the final nakshatra ruled by Mercury. For the third set, we always finish off with Mercury, is Revati, where it finds all 4 padas or fractions of it or divisions in Pisces. Alright, so it's very, very interesting when you look at this astrological wheel. Okay, this astrological wheel, we start with Ketu, go on to Venus or Shukra, go on to Sun Nakshatra, Moon Nakshatra, Mars Nakshatra, Rahu, Guru, Saturn, Mercury. That is the order. So when you go for Mahadasha readings, when you study Mahadasha, the same pattern would repeat itself. After Ketu Mahadasa, it will be Shukra Mahadasa. Ketu Mahadasa will be 7 years. Shukra Mahadasha, 20 years. And then you have Sun Mahadasha, 7 years. Followed by Moon Mahadasa of 10 years. Followed by Mars Mahadasa of 7 years. Followed by 18 years of Rahu Mahadasha. Followed by 16 years of Guru Mahadasha. Followed by 19 years of Shani Mahadasa. And then you have 17 years of Mercury Mahadasha. Now obviously this Mahadasha pattern would differ from person to person. If somebody was born with the Ashwini Nakshatra, you start with the Ketu Mahadasha. If you were born with Bharani Nakshatra, you start with Venus Mahadasha. So I'm just giving you, of course I'm going to go more in depth with all these Mahadashas in another video, but I'm just going to, very simply and quickly share with you the order of the Nakshatra Lords and how the Mahadasha pattern operates. After Moon Mahadasha, what Mahadasha next? Before Moon Mahadasha, what Mahadasha was there before? So it's very interesting. You seem to find commonalities and connections with everything when it comes to astrology. Alright, so thank you for tuning in and I hope you learned something and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.